What is up, my friends, and welcome to another video. Today I decided to sign up for a King of the Hill. I don't know exactly what the lineup for players is, but usually it's a mix between, regular grandmasters and also some god tier pro players. The last couple times I signed up for this, I got just insanely good players. I think the first time I got Spirit, who's one of the best Terran players in Europe, and the other time I got Shin, who is, I believe, the 4th best Zerg in the world. We have played against him a couple times already. Now this time we're playing against Erebus Black, who is very excited to play against me apparently, so that makes me think that he's a cheeser already, so this might be a little bit of a cheese fest for game number 1. But yeah, it's a best of 1 King of the Hill, so if I lose, we are instantly finished. If I win, we're gonna keep on playing until I either lose or win the entire, entire King of the Hill, entire tournament. So I think we were match number 2. And I believe there's 15 matches in total, meaning that this is going to have somewhere between 1 and 14 games. I think as long as we get at least like 3 or 4, I'm already going to be pretty happy with that. But if we go on a legendary run, I wouldn't complain. Now, obviously, as usual, we are going to be doing weird builds and cheeses every single game, because I wouldn't be me otherwise. Now, I was kind of thinking about doing a mix between doing cheeses, like regular cheeses, uThermal style, and maybe I'll throw some ChatGPT builds in there as well, because it was really funny, but I guess we'll have to see. Now, I chose Last Fantasy for map number 1. The reason why I got to choose the map, by the way, is because my opponent won the last game and I'm the challenger. So I get to choose the map when I play against him. And normally, the tournament casters, they tend to complain a little bit that the players always choose the standard maps. And this might surprise you a little bit, but I also tend to choose the standard maps, not because I want to play standard maps necessarily. I just kind of look at, what the most comfortable map would be for the silly cheese I'm going to do, and usually it just ends up being the standard maps, as long as they don't have a ramp. Now, I guess this shows me where he spawned. Has to spawn over here. It's a 3-player map. A very rare 3-player map. So you do have to, figure that out first, but I guess with the overlords we already know. Now, the last game, I saw that he did cheese. Actually, they were cheesing each other, I believe. It was a ZVZ. So I would imagine that we could run into something a little cheesy here. Now, I had a special idea, which is not to go mass reapers, because that's what I usually do anyway. But that is to go for a bunker at the front. Now, my opponent is Australian, by the way, I believe, so we are going to be playing on a gajillion pings. If you're wondering why the Reapers are moving so slowly, well, that is why. But yeah, I thought I could maybe make a bunker over here and go for a little soft contain. I don't think I've ever done this with 3 ranks Reaper, but I think it's a pretty cool idea to try and bait him out. Now, this hatchery was incredibly late, you guys probably noticed, so I need to be a little careful. Like, this could be some kind of link flood, and he could just destroy my Reapers before we get started. That is the scary part. He's going to try to deny the bunker. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. It actually was a little bit risky there what I did, but once again, it's pretty hard to micro this on ping. Gonna hide the SCV in there, and then I'm gonna expand behind it. Now, once again, he is doing... Okay, so it's gonna be... Wait, guys, I have a crazy idea. What if we go for the 3 racks Marauder follow-up? It sounds a little bit ridiculous, of course, but maybe it's not a bad idea. I also still have the SCV in here that can help me repair. I'm gonna go for the Mass Marauder follow-up, because why the heck not? Let's see, he doesn't have... Okay, wait, oh! Okay, I think we might have jumped the gun a little bit there. I'm not quite sure if you guys realized that, but those 2 Zerglings that we just saw finish, they had Zergling speed. Normally when you go for roach builds, they wouldn't have that. So Marauders are not going to be as strong here. Now, he's making a million roaches. Like, he's just going to try and surround me really hardcore. Exactly, that's what he's going to go for. I think this is going to be a very nice little trade for us, by the way. Yeah, this is really beautiful for me. I know you guys might be surprised because my bunker just got cleaned up, but very importantly, guys, we just killed all the Zerglings. And that means that now my Marauders are going to be good again. Now, I don't know where he went with the... Did he walk around? No, okay, he's still here. I thought he walked around for a second. Is there... Oh, here it is. Yeah, I was looking for the Reaper jump-off cliff. I couldn't find it there for a second. Okay, so I'm building 1 base Mass Marauder at home, which is really not the best strategy ever against Zerg. But, I mean, it might do the trick here. I think I should go for a factory because he's not attacking me yet. I kind of thought he would be attacking me. I think it is so funny. I think I've actually... It's possible that I did this in one of my challenges. I don't think I've ever done it in a tournament match where I go for 3 ranks Marauder after 3 ranks Reaper. Now, oh, this is a super good trade for me. What he wants to be doing here, guys, is he wants to be saving up the Zergling count so he can swamp me at once. But if he keeps bleeding links like that, he's never going to be able to snowball, and these trades were actually fantastic for me. Now, I'm going for Stim as well. Okay, so he has... Ooh, that was an unfortunate Reaper jump there. I'm going for Stim as well on the Marauder. Dude, I have so many. Oh, my... Wait, I thought the Overlord was at the front somewhere. For some reason, I figured he would already have seen this by now. I think he might actually... Oh, I'm gonna hide them too. I'm gonna hide this big ball of Marauders over here. Like, I know there's a Zergling over there. Okay, there we go. Let's kill that Zergling. And wait, when is Stim? Stim is soon, right? I want to surprise him with a million Marauders from downtown. I don't know why. It's just... I kind of want to just go for the surprise factor here. I could also just be smart and keep them here, which is realistically what I should be doing. But I want to just go for the massive surround. Let's see. He's not attacking me yet, though. I kind of wish he would have been attacking up this ramp by now. It's not going to happen. Okay, so I think it's a good time for me to actually go... well, I wouldn't say it's a good idea for me to go across the map, because realistically I could just defend there and I'd be completely fine. But I do really want to see how this Marauder Reaper timing attack is going to work out. Got the Medivacs coming behind it as well. Now he's going to see my freaking Marauder army. I'm going to go for a scan. I think we should be able to crush that, guys. I mean, this is so many Marauders. I still have the Reaper grenades. It looks like he has been droning as well all this time. We're going to go in, and then we're going to go for the surround with the grenades. Oh, those grenades are actually very, very good. There we go. Look at those Marauders go. Can you believe it? GG is called. And the 3-Rax Reaper and the 3-Rax Marauder strat has actually done it. Now, I think this game really went quite perfectly for us. Let's go back to the middle here. So this bunker, I feel like it wasn't necessarily the intention to force him to not make drones, but I think it gave him the idea. Like, it's a very mental game, StarCraft 2. It gave him the idea that I was very, very committed, even though it was just a 3-Rax Reaper into expand, but just with a bunker at the front. It's only 100 minerals, right? So as you can see, he didn't make any workers at all. And then I saw roaches, so I figured all I had to do was defend. He made a lot of units early on. Oh, that's very cute, actually. Bucket list moment to play against my disgusting cheese. There you go, guys. That's awesome. I'm glad we were able to, make that game happen. But then the Marauders, yeah, just a beautiful follow-up. Really enjoyed this game. Fantastic warm-up game as well. Let's go for game number 2. Game number 2 is against Juby. I was about to introduce him as a 6k Protoss player, because that's what I thought he was roughly. But I checked his profile, and apparently he's 6.4k. So this is going to be a very difficult matchup, that is for sure. Seems to be very in shape, unless he hasn't played for a while. There are some sneaky players that do that. They have like an insane streak, and then they'll just never play on that account again. So it doesn't matter what shape they're in. It's like, oh my goodness, he's 6.4k. Very intimidating. But sadly for him, my strategy is not going to be stopped by his high MMR count. And I'm going to go for the Chat GPT build. If you guys watched my last video, you will know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the 6 Reaper jump in into the tank all-in. Now, I'm going to adapt my build order a little bit. Because in that version, I built a factory and a starport at home. But I actually think that the factory is better proxied. Now, I'm not quite sure where I want to put my barracks. That's a bit of a problem on this map. This tournament, this King of the Hill, they use a couple of old maps. So they replace... Well, they do. It's a pretty big pool, so I think maybe they just add maps. But anyway, there's more maps in the map pool and a bunch of old ones as well. Actually, what just happened, pretty funny. He hosted the map. I spawned in the bottom right. And it was a weird version of the map where my base was just a hex off. Like, I thought I was going crazy. I spawned here. You see where the circle is, and my base was like this or something. Like, I thought I was going crazy for a second, but I wasn't. So we got a rehost. Oh, I think I should have. Is my? Okay, we're gonna have to see. I feel like my gas might be slightly late here. Hope that is not the case. Anyway, the build for the people that didn't see it, it is a double barracks, double reactor build. And then you go for 6 Reapers, you jump into the main base, or the natural, wherever you can jump in, I suppose. And then you go for a Marine tank all-in after. Now, this really, from the observers that are these 2 casters in the lobby, this must look like the dumbest build ever, that I proxy the barracks to build a reactor on it. Like, it doesn't even really look like a build order. But, I mean, in that game we tried it, it had a lot of power. Let's see if it still has power this time. And his barracks is like slightly too early. Should I even show this SCV? I think probably not. No, I'm just gonna chill it over here. So I need 200 more gas for Reapers. and then we build the factory. I think that is the right way to go about it, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna make 2 Reapers over here. He didn't scout me as well. I was talking about this in the last video, I think, that it's become a little bit of a theme. For some reason, the Protoss player stopped probe scouting, it seems like. I mean, he could also be cheesing me in this case, of course, but it's definitely very noticeable. But he found my SCV. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. He didn't find any proxy because I didn't build it yet. But he found that's... Well, I guess I'm glad. So he checks for proxies, he just doesn't scout my base. I guess that's what his strategy is. He has 2 Stalkers as well. Okay. Maybe he didn't make a sentry, I'm not quite sure. I do still want to proxy the factory, though, that's the thing. I guess we'll just build it over here somewhere. Yeah, why not? Okay, I need another Reaper, whereas... Oh, my 6th Reaper's a little bit late. I think you do want 6. Yeah, I built my gas a little bit too late, unfortunately. Okay, so now I'm going to rally all my Marines over here, and then I got my 6 Reapers. Factory's going to go down there. I was also considering proxying a 2nd factory, by the way, as adaptation to the build. I feel like that could actually work out. Okay, now let's see. It's very important here that he didn't wall this off. That would be very nice. Yeah, it looks like he didn't, actually. Okay, so we're going to be able to jump in here. That is great. Let's see if he has any units up the ramp. Oh, he tried to wall it off, but he failed. Oh, that is brutal. Okay, there we go. Well, then we're going to kill a lot of probes here. Yeah, look at this. You just one-shot them. In fact, even with 5 Reapers, you one-shot them. But even if I lose one, it's not the biggest deal ever. Okay, there we go. Do I have one more grenade? I do have one more grenade, and then we're going to use it to get into the natural. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're going to keep a lot of Reapers alive here, too. And we're going to go back into the main. And we're going to proxy the 2nd factory. Oh, that is very nice. Good damage here, guys, for sure. It's not as much as in the Shameless game, so I guess we're going to have to see how that is going to play out. Let's see, how many Marines do I have? The answer is a lot. I hope he doesn't find... Is it possible that he finds that? In the normal path, I mean? I mean, he shouldn't. I mean, I guess there's a small chance if for some reason he goes to the watchtower via this route. Then I guess there is a chance. So now I have 1 million Marines standing up a ramp in the middle of the map. These builds are so freaking silly. Oh, wait, he did find... That is insane! How did he find... He literally found both proxies by accident. Like, that is just crazy. Well, not even the first proxy. He found the... Oh, look at this. Okay, it's gonna try to damage that. He found my first SCV and then the proxy by accident. That is just crazy. He was looking for a proxy starport, by the way, the first time. That's why it was by accident. Okay, I'm just gonna go for this. Let's see, he already has blink, of course. Then we're just gonna have to get in here. I guess I'll just target down the pylon real quick, because why not? There we go. Okay, pylon's going to die. And then I'm gonna try to move this tank to safety so I can siege it. It's actually a pretty funny location here, look. The tank is actually gonna siege. He was forced to blink forward, so he's gonna lose a bunch of stuff. Look at that! So many freaking Stalkers lost, actually. That is insane. Oh, I did actually need that 2nd factory, funnily enough. Okay, so now he's gonna be chasing me again. Let's see if I can... Yeah, what do I need? The truth is, I need 3 siege tanks over here. I think it's gonna depend on how well he plays and how aggressively he plays. Because if he moves out with the Stalkers... Oh, I wish I had a scan for that observer right now. That'd be so delicious, but sadly I don't. Could be DTs as well. Let's see. Yeah, here's the problem. I think he's doing the right thing. If he just goes for counterattacks... Yeah, exactly this. If he just goes for counterattacks and stuff, there is not really that much we can do about it, to be honest. I'm gonna try to move a little bit closer with this tank. I would like to have 4 tanks here. That would be great. Okay, I'm just gonna siege this tank a little closer. Probably pull 1 SCV to repair this, actually. Okay, boom. No boom. There we go. There's the boom I wanted. Gonna build 1 turret over here. I'm gonna save scans from now on, and we're gonna have a 4 siege tank timing. I'm just gonna walk up here quickly. If I was him, what I would be doing right now is just going to my main base, I think. I think that is what I would be going for. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So he's gonna go for the main base, and then we are gonna move forward. I'm not gonna scan the observer because it could very well be DTs, and in that case, I do want to have my scans ready, of course. Now, he could have charge. I honestly don't really know what he's going to have. I guess we'll see. Do I have 1 SCV here? I kind of need my 1 SCV. Is he going to go for charge? It kind of looks like it, right? Probably going to be charge. Yeah, okay. It's... I'm pretty sure it's DTs, honestly. Because otherwise, I don't know why he would be running so far. Right? Like, oh, he's making charge right now. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna siege those in range. Charge is not going to finish, which is very nice. I'm just gonna get in here. He recalled. That's Those Stalkers are going to be in a world of pain, that is for sure. There we go. Okay, keep in mind that he doesn't have charge, right? Oh my goodness. Wait, is this still working, guys? I think it is still working. Would I be able to shoot down the... No way. Oh my goodness, the build. Guys, I don't think much more could have gone wrong. Right? Like, he finds the SCV. This SCV he found... That's actually my bad. I should have calculated it in. I said he got lucky, but... I mean, he did a little bit, to be honest, but it was a mistake I could have avoided, because he found the SCV here. This is a relatively logical place to scout in case it's Hellion drop. If he scouted my base, he would never think it could be a Hellion drop, but he didn't scout my base, so he checked to make sure. So I should have chosen a different location. Here, the reason he found this, I think, is because he went here, and then he sent one Stalker to the Watchtower. So he didn't go either across, or he didn't send it to the Watchtower. He said he went here first, and then he sent one and found them. He made the right choices to go with the counterattack, and the build still worked. How good is this build right now? Oh, actually, no. We did get lucky once, right? We have to admit that we got lucky because he messed the wall in. We still would have killed a lot of probes, I think, because he didn't have a full wall here, I believe. But anyway, we got lucky once. He got lucky a couple of times, but the build is too freaking strong. Let's go for game number 3. Okay, game number 3 is against Wayne, who is also known as Ratata and as Vanya. He's a guy of many names. I'll probably call him Vanya because that's the name that I'm used to calling him. But yeah, they're all the same Zerg player. Very strong Zerg player. The unfortunate thing for me, in the last game you could see it a bit as well. Like the last game was a good map for Protoss. It didn't really come into play that much because... I mean, it's a good map for big defensive reasons. Like, you can take a lot of bases safely, but, you know, my game plan wasn't exactly going to allow him to take a lot of bases anyway. Now, this map is big, and that is really hard to do or to play on against Zerg, because they can get away with a lot of greed, and you really don't want to let a Zerg get away with greed. Now, I think this game, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing as last game. Excuse me. And that is that I'm going to do a ChatGPT build from the last video. That is actually the build that failed, but I did really like the idea. And the idea basically was Hellion Ghost into Bio, which is not a build that I've really done very frequently, but I kind of liked it. The execution was not that great by me. The defense by the opponent, to be fair, also could have been better that game, but still I felt like there was some potential there, so we're gonna see if we can find it in this game. Now, Vanya is a Zerg player that was actually quite hard for me to play against back when I was still very good, and it's because he's one of those Zergs. I actually talked about this in the previous tournament video that I did when I played against Nicorach. It's the players that I struggled against were the ones that wouldn't necessarily... like, aggressive players that don't necessarily calculate it, but just try to focus on execution, right? So sometimes they would... maybe their build wouldn't objectively be good against what I'm doing, but they would still go for it, because I always try to play mind games. I'm like, surely he's not going to do that build against this, so then I'm just going to macro anyway, stuff like that, and then he would still go with a roach attack. So just, you know, brutal timing attacks, solid macro as well. And he doesn't give a fork about what I'm doing. And that is pretty hard when you're a mind game guy. So I guess we'll see how this one's going to go. That is... is there a gold base on this map? That's the first thing I have to... oh, there is a gold base. Okay, so first I was going to think that he's hardcore cheesing me. Oh, he is hardcore cheesing me. Wait, why is he doing that on this map, though? That's kind of crazy. I need to see how many drones he has. Okay, I was a little bit of thrown off guard there. It's a proxy hatchery version. Okay, this is going to be a tough one for sure, guys. I'm going to need a bunker here, 100%. I'm going to try to hold a natural. I think bunker is probably going to finish a little bit too slow for that, but I guess we'll see. It's going to be, yeah, 3 roaches finishing, exactly. I don't think I'm going to be able to save this, but it's going to be good to buy a little bit of time. I'm going to hide this SCV from his roaches, that's the plan. Okay, there we go. I don't need this command center to finish, by the way. This is really just me. I should probably get another bunker over here. This is just me trying to buy time more than anything else. I could send my Reaper across the map as well. Okay, so bunker is going to finish. We're going to get the tech lab over here. Oh, please get in there. I don't know what on earth you were doing, but that was a little bit scary there for me. Yeah, the Overlord takes a lot of damage. That's a pretty good start for me. I'm going to cancel this. He is going to be able to supply block me. But what I'm going to have is I'm going to have a depot. And I can launch one on top of it. So that is pretty much how I'm going to be able to get through this. Okay, the Reaper needs to go over there ASAP. I'm going to start repairing this as well, if I can. Okay, let me drop that depot right now. There we go. It's a pretty brutal freaking all-in that he's doing here, as you can see. Let's move this one a little back. Oh, he did actually get some links at home. Didn't realize that one. Yeah, this is going to be a tough defense, 100%, guys. Can't lie about it. It's going to be a tough defense. I am going to get a tank at some point, but yeah, it's very hard to go up against the bios non-stop. Okay, let me see if I can just kill those Zerglings. I can now kill them without microing, I believe. Oh, he made another roach at home. Ooh, yeah, good bios by him. I think I might have lost a couple too many workers here already. It's just been pretty tough because of the good bios, of course. Okay, so now what I'm actually tempted to unsiege the tank whenever he gets too close. I think it's not a crazy idea. He does have a decent amount of drones here, which is quite annoying for me. Okay, let me make sure to kill the Zergling. There we go. And then we back off again. Okay, please move. Ugh. Yeah, I've really lost a couple too many SCVs here. I'm not saying we've lost the game, but it's not been super pretty by me. I'm gonna have to be honest there. Okay, let's get a tank over here. He's still trying to bile this. At some point, you get so many Ravagers that you can bile down the bunker through the repair as well. That's going to be a dead drone. That's going to be a dead drone as well. Judging by his drone count, he's still going to want to go for this. Can I get that one? Ooh, good micro by him there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my SCVs a little bit to the front. So if he tries to walk up the ramp, we can block him. That is the idea. I'm just going to keep going around with my Reaper. You can definitely tell that he still does want to go for it. I'm gonna move this one over here. I think that is a good location. I think now is a good time for a Cyclone. I think 3 tanks is kind of the magic count where, you know, I can start making other stuff. Okay, that's a really nice scout for me. Now we know that he probably wants to go for link speed and prepare this. He probably wants to go for link speed and try to get one amazing fight in my base, basically. That is the idea. I'm gonna go in here again with Mr. Reaper. Let's see, try to kill one of these drones. Okay, can we get one? Nope, we can't. Okay. Still no link speed on those though, notably. Now we got Cyclone number 1. And now we're going to be able to kill that Overlord. And then this nonsense is going to be, well, over to some degree. It's possible that... Let me see. Can I escape with this one? It would be magical. Oh my god, that grenade was so good. I don't know if it's good enough. Oh, it's so close. No, not my beautiful Reaper. uThermal when his Reapers die. No! It's a tragedy. Yeah, I think he definitely still wants to go for it. I'm going to keep a couple of SCVs here. Good damage on that. I think what he wants is that I move out. That is what he's looking for. Can I get that? Oh, look at that. That's a dead Ravager. Okay, that's what we like to see. Yeah, I mean, I might as well just try to get multiple Ravagers here. Look at that. That's another dead Ravager. Yeah, he's really spamming links pretty hard. I'm going to go for the command center. Let's see. Okay. He's probably hiding the link somewhere. Yeah, exactly. I think this is going to be pretty good for me. I know it sounds crazy, but look at this. Yeah, he's going to lose so many links for that. In fact, it's not even going to die. All the Ravagers are going to fall as well. Way too many units. The Cyclone's still alive. That was a legendary tier bait. GG is called. And okay, I mean, for once, you guys got to see me being the cheesed one, which is unexpected. You can see how freaking strong these kinds of builds are, right? Imagine if I didn't SCV scout this game. Now, this is exactly something that I talked about Vanya. So I'm a player that SCV scouts almost every single game against Zerg. A lot of players don't. You might think if you play in a tournament setting with preparations, like, okay, he knows I'm going to SCV scout, so then I'm not going to do it because he's not going to do something like this, but he goes for it anyway. His execution was honestly very good. I was slightly late on the bunkers, but I think the moment I got those bunkers up on the high ground, I felt in a good amount of control. I think maybe if he droned up, it would have been a lot scarier. He could also have mined from this base, for example, but we were the cheesed one this time, which is funny for once, and we survive. Let's move on to game number 4. Game number 4 is going to be against Baby Marine, a very solid EU Terran player, around 6,000 MMR, I would say. Now, for this game, I want to do the cheese that I did against Björn in, what was that, 2 videos ago, in a game where I lost, where I went for the Proxy 2-Rax Marine. And this is a very risky cheese to choose. I am aware of it. It's still not a build that anyone ever does and probably should work, but I really liked the way it looked that game, so we're just gonna experiment with it once more. Also, I didn't mention it, but I do get $7.50 for every map I win. So we are currently at $22.50 already, which is like half a meal here, but, you know, still, it's pretty nice, right? I'm not going to complain about it, of course. That is fantastic. Actually, I could probably get like a pancake or something with that. That sounds great. Okay, let me go for a 15-15 over here. What am I expecting to achieve here? I should probably think about it, because when I did it against Björn, I specifically did it on a map, which is the only map in the map pool, as far as I know, that does not have a Reaper cliff. So I figured I could just make a bunker here, and he could never leave his base, even with Reapers. On this map, that's not the case, of course. So I might have to be pretty vicious with this and actually go up the ramp and try to kill a lot of workers. I am going to get a factory behind it, but it's going to take longer to get online than with, let's say, a Proxy Marauder. If you do a Proxy Marauder build properly, you actually get... Well, I think your Hellion is about to finish when the Reaper comes into your base, so you might lose 1 SCV, but it's not bad. But with this, if you would go across with the Reaper, I'm sure that I should lose a bunch of SCVs to it. Obviously depends on the micro and stuff, right? Because he's going to be distracted at home, blah, blah, blah. But it's something that we're going to have to keep in mind. Now, he's about to scout my base. I think that this looks like a Proxy Turax Marauder. If you go for Proxy Reaper, you should already have the gas. I am also missing 2 SCVs, right? So I think that does look like a Proxy Marauder. Now I'm going to do the same thing and just go in with 2 Marines. I feel like that is a nice amount. Now let's see if we can make this work against a baby Marine here. I'm going to make the factory instantly, even if I'm about to go in. There we go. Let's see what I can find. Probably, yeah, exactly. I was expecting some bunkers. Reaper does look like it went across the map. Okay, no, he was waiting up the ramp. There we go. Okay, then we're just going to have to do some micro over here. Yeah, this is really, really annoying for him to deal with. He did play double gas, I believe. It's kind of hard to tell what the timing on that factory is exactly. There we go. That's another worker going down. I'm actually going to make a bunker up here. This is not necessarily for the bunker. This is so I have vision on the high ground, even if my SCVs die. He's also going to get Hellions here. Now, this is interesting. How do I handle this exactly? I think I might go for the... Oh, no! Oh, that's painful. I might go for the depot is what I wanted to say. I'm going to be able to kill that depot. That's nice. I'm going to go for a Hellion. The SCV wasn't too meaningful anymore, to be fair, so it's okay, but it's obviously a little painful there. Okay, he's doing some good micro. Now, what we want to do is we want to stand in a line so we don't get obliterated by the Hellion, basically. That's the idea. Okay, good micro by him so far. Let's see if I can kill... Oh, good micro on the pullback on the Hellion as well. I'm going to be able to kill a good amount more SCVs here, too. Look at that. Okay, now he's going to have... What's it called? Oh, I should definitely stop making Marines at this point. Oh my goodness! Okay, that is so lucky. I just killed a Hellion with that. That random Marine just killed a freaking Hellion. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, wall this off with a starport, just keep making Hellions. I kind of want to make a tech lab already, but I guess I'll make a 3rd Hellion just to be safe. And I don't really know what the situation is here. I killed a lot of SCVs. Obviously, my eco behind this wasn't fantastic, right? No, he didn't actually see my Hellion, so I'm going to be able to kill this SCV for sure. As long as my micro is decent enough. There you go. It was actually closer than I had hoped for. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's a fat hit, guys. Yes! Beautiful. Okay, very nice. Now, I can probably go across myself, right? I can also put down my barracks over here. Looks dumb, but it's kind of useful because you can just make Marines from it and he's going to have to pay attention to it, which is quite annoying for him. Because you can rally Marines into this little nook and then you don't really want to pull SCVs against it, basically. Okay. So he has Marines at home. I want to guess that the Reaper is somewhere near my base, so that could be something annoying to deal with. Let's see. Okay, what does he have up here? No Hellions. Oh, maybe I can kill the SCV. Don't think it's gonna happen. The Reaper is over here. Yeah, what is the plan from here? Triple CC perhaps could be a decent option. Good scouting barracks. Oh, this is annoying for him. Like, I know it once again, guys, doesn't look like a big thing. Now he can't make an orbital. Okay, it's a pretty sizable delay on his mule. Like, this is very annoying for him. I think I'm actually... Okay, I'm gonna move it now. I think the Cyclone was probably... I was about to sacrifice it, but I was like, nah, we should probably just move it out of the way. Okay, let's get you guys over here so we can get that extra gas. A little bit of a risky decision by me to go for the Banshee speed, because as you can see, I can't produce from my factory right now. So that's the risk I'm taking. If he attacks me with, let's say, a Medevac and 2 Cyclones, pretty much exactly what happened when we played against Nicorruct, I believe. In the last tournament when we did... Proxy Rax Marauder, it can be pretty tough to hold. I mean, that game we did win, but was pretty sure that we were supposed to lose that one. Okay, so we're going to be able to kill that. He does see Banshee. Something is on the way. It could be Interference Matrix as well. But to be honest, Baby Marine player I've played against a lot with my stupid build. So I think he's probably going to be aware that it's a freaking Banshee upgrade. Whether it's Cloak or Speed, I mean, I think he would probably imagine that it's Cloak. I still don't think people are used to me making freaking Banshee speed first. When is it going to finish? 8 seconds? Okay. Yeah, the scariest thing about this is if I run into 2 Cyclones, before speed, my Banshees are dead for sure. With speed, I can maybe get away or trade them for a Cyclone at least. But there's always a little bit of a moment where you want to be extra scared. I'm going to go for a second starport. Let's see if he's at home. He is. Oh, he's going for Vikings already. Okay. What do I want to do about that? I don't really know. Let's see. Okay, there. Yeah, 2 Cyclones indeed, just like what I expected. No! What a massive blunder. Okay, at least we get it, but oh man. If I didn't get that, I would have been very sad. But at least we freaking got the thing. Not good. It's a second TVT in a row, almost. Well, yeah, I mean, I had it happen against Bjorn, and then I had it happen just now against Baby Marine. Okay, I can lock onto the Cyclone. It's going to be very annoying for him. He's going to lose that Cyclone. There we go. But he is going to be able to get across now, and that is not what I want. Now, I do have an annoying composition to push into. That is for sure. I didn't kill the Raven, sadly, for me. I want to guess that his tank is sieged up there. But I should probably check here with a Hellion and here with a Marine. Okay, he's not chilling there anymore. Okay, so we got to be very careful here. Move the Hellion there. Banshee is going to be able to get by. Okay, so we found this army. Exactly. Gonna send my homie over here in. There we go. Guess I'll just make Marines from now on. Try to change my third base location to that. Yeah, this Banshee's doing fantastic work. I know at some point he's gonna want to move forward here. I do not have Cloak yet, and I didn't start it either, painfully enough, so I'm just gonna have to send that Banshee across. Okay, he sent a Viking back for it. Yeah, that is going to die. Probably. Yeah, it is gonna die. But my next Banshee is gonna arrive at some point soon. Yeah, the biggest problem here is that my army is not great against his. But, I mean, my eco is definitely better, right? At least for now. I think what's going to happen most likely is he's going to push in. And then we're going to lose a lot of SCVs. That is what I'm expecting to happen. Now, here is another Banshee. As you can see, his economy is absolutely terrible right now. I'm really just trying to make as many units as I can stay in front of my base. He is going to try and push in now. And we're just going to move forward with my Cyclones whenever he does. As you can see, we are buying a lot of time with this. Okay, the Banshee's popping off once again. That is beautiful. I'm going to siege a tank over here. I think it's a good time to make some turrets as well, actually. Get a Marine over here. Get a sensor tower, because why not? He sieged over there. Okay, got to be very careful. I'm going to send another Banshee across the map. I'm going to have Cloak soon. Oh, oh, wait. Okay, I kind of thought he had that matrixed. I guess he didn't. That's a good lock-on, set of lock-ons by my Cyclones. Banshee's gonna go across again, and this is when it's gonna get very tough for him because my Banshees have Cloak now. So he's gonna have to scan at home, and he does not want to. Okay, it's gonna be very, very annoying for him to have to scan for that. I'm just gonna make more turrets, get them here as well. Make sure I don't accidentally... Oh, he just launched a mule as well! Yeah, I mean, he hasn't seen Cloak yet. Oh, yeah, he scanned over here. He hasn't seen Cloak yet, so he probably just assumed that Cloak was never going to happen. I do have 1 million SCVs. At some point, I could pull my SCVs against this, by the way, which would be pretty good. Let's see if I can get some lock-ons. Gonna be very nice. Okay, Cloak that Banshee. Yeah, I think we're gonna get at least 1 siege tank over here. Oh, that's really good lock-ons, actually. I think I got a lock-on to a Viking as well. Now, at this point, I think we have enough... Oh, I can move that out of the way. No! Okay, close. Okay, there we go. Oh, he's actually gonna land them! That is crazy! Oh, I didn't realize that the turret was blocking my freaking location. Okay, so now he's gonna have to do another scan. I think I just heard him scan, and I can just move to the other third base location. I think it's finally a good moment for me to switch these over. That is a free siege tank, actually. Okay, he does kill my third base, annoyingly enough. Did I get the Raven? I want to say probably not. Gonna send this Banshee across again. And now, yeah, I mean, I don't have a third base I need to defend anymore. I'm sure that I have way more stuff than him. Let's see, did he move back yet? He's moving back now. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna follow him. I think that is the right plan. Rebuild this base, honestly. Might as well just go for that right away. Let's see if my Cyclone can get a lock on. Okay, so he's there taking the long way around. He's gonna have... Oh, I think he missed it, actually. Yeah, he did miss it. Oh, that's gonna be another scan. He doesn't have one, I believe, or unless this base just got one. So I guess we'll see when it dies. Yeah, it base did actually just get one. Okay. Yo, my Vikings are winning that easily. Look at this. These Vikings are gonna go ham. I can actually land. Okay, this is very risky what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go for the land. Let's see. The tank is still alive. Yeah, look. Okay, so we're gonna be able to clean that up. We do lose our Cyclone, which is a little bit scary here. I'm actually gonna siege this freaking tank, because he might walk back with the Vikings. There we go. Yeah, look. That's pretty funny. We're just going to target down a couple. Then we're going to land them in the air. Then we're going to drop it again instantly. And we're going to be able to get another SCV there, I think. Let's move this guy back. Okay, base is going to finish soon. Guess it's a good time for me to get some extra factories as well. I got another Banshee. I don't know if he managed to get the third base up at some point. I kind of imagined he didn't all this time. But thinking about it now, maybe he would have managed in the meantime. Oh, I need a turret over here. I barely don't have enough Vikings yet to challenge his Viking count, I believe. Yeah, so he does have a third base, but there's no... well, very little SCVs on it. Let's see, I'm just going to keep microing this now, because I don't have to pay attention at home anymore. Yeah, he's making a turret. Guess we might as well deny that turret. There we go. So freaking annoying, these things. Look at that. Yeah, okay. Smart move by him. He just waited for, you know, enough Vikings to show up that I wouldn't be fly away. Definitely well done. I really didn't expect that we would be in this long of a game, to be honest. Like, it just felt like a type of game that was going to end a lot faster than this somehow. So our eco is still significantly better. His production at this point might actually be worse. Sounds a little crazy to say. How many Vikings is that? It's so hard to tell, right? I think he has 9, and I think I have 10. I think that is how many Vikings we both have. I'm gonna make a couple tanks, because I believe that we have more starport production. And that would mean, if that is the case, that we can move across with Vikings and tanks soon and just push in together with the Banshees. Does he make a turret? He does have a turret, sadly for me. Good movement by the Vikings, by the way. He saw my Banshee on the edge of the scan, and I think he just figured that I was going to move it this way. We're going to get a couple armories over here. Let's see if there's any scouting information we can get. Okay, that is starport number 2, number 3, I don't know. Oh, actually, we found... Oh, look at this. This Banshee is so valuable as well. I think there was 4 more SCVs falling. And now is a really good moment for us to move across the map, I think. Let's try and saturate this one. How many tanks do I have? Oh, that's a lot. Okay, I thought I had 4, but I have 7, apparently. I guess they were just really split all over the place. Let's see. How many tanks does he have? I want to guess that... Oh, no, I'm going to win that, right? For sure that I'm going to win that. I can even... Look at this. I can go with my Banshee. There's only 1 tank there, guys. That means we can walk in with my own siege tanks. There we go. I'm going to siege 2 over here. This Banshee is now here, and he's going to have to choose between killing the Banshee or getting destroyed in the Viking War. Actually... No, the other way around, but yeah, I mean, in the end, both were going to happen, right? The Banshee was probably going to be saved, or he killed it, but he would have lost the Viking War anyway. And there we go. Now, this was another bit of a scary game. Definitely didn't go as well as against Bjorn, but look at the situation here, guys. It's quite hard to tell. I am up by 3 SCVs. His army is stronger than mine, for sure. I mean, it's 3 Reapers instead of 2 Marines, so his army is a little better. But the SCV count, I mean, that is a very sizable difference early on, right? It's probably about 15% more workers or something like that. He has a CC faster, but he only has it faster because I went for the starport. As you can see, I could also afford a command center here. So I think once again, this build actually got us freaking ahead. Guys, is this a sleeper build that people never realized it was actually good? Or am I just getting extremely lucky? I'm not sure. I do think it's possible to defend this losing fewer SCVs than he did. In fact, I could have also lost 1 SCV fewer because I killed my own SCV, right? Like, I could have even just sent it back home. But I think once again, the Proxy 2X is successful. And that is very exciting because if there's anything I love in StarCraft, it's discovering a new cheese that's actually good. It's fun. It's new. We already have 4 dubs. Let's go for the 5th one. Game 5 is going to be against Solar. And for the people that know him, they also know that this is going to be incredibly, incredibly difficult. Solar is currently the #1 rated Korean Zerg. He's been on an absolute tear recently, beating the best Protoss players in the world, especially. I'm not sure if he has beaten Clem, which is like he is so good at TVZ that beating him is like the Omega standard. You know, you can beat anyone else, but can you beat Clem? Not sure if he has done that recently, but besides that, I feel like he's been absolutely destroying, so this is going to be a tough one. Now, we do have the preferred server, because we're playing on Central, which is a little bit better for me than it is for him, as opposed to the series against Beyond that I played a couple days ago, right? We are playing on his map pick, but to be honest, I don't feel like he picked a terrible map for me. I think there's a lot of maps in a map pool that are massive, and I would just be like, oh no, not this one. Like the one we just played against Vanya, but he played a more, yeah, I would say a more standard-sized one. I mean, he obviously picked it because he preferred it, but still, you know, for my own preference, I think this is really not that bad. So this game, I'm going to do the ChatGPT build that I wanted to do against Vanya, but we didn't get the opportunity, and that is going to be the Hellion Ghost into Bio. Well, I don't know what the chance is that this is going to work. I feel like usually I have, you know, some kind of a prediction that I can make. I think we're going to need a lot of good fortune. I think the way we win this game is by having really good execution with the early game, so we can kill a couple queens without losing our Hellion Ghost, and then we can hit him with a massive follow-up timing. I think that is the way to do it. I don't think we should be dragging this out into an Omega macro game or, you know, all-in right away. I think if I do all-in right away with the Hellion Ghost, let's say I make Hellbats, I feel like that probably doesn't work. You kind of want to get value out of the Ghost over time instead of at once. So I feel like we have a pretty decent plan here. Now, having a plan is great. Executing it to beat someone like Solar, that is a different story. So we're just going to see how it's going to go, right? He picked blue. Wait, why is he blue? Have all my enemies been blue? I think they have been, right? But why? Sometimes I have that where just at some point a color just weirds me out. Like, it was in a 2v2 episode as well, where everyone in my lobby was green for the entire episode, and then at some point in, like, game 3, I was like, wait, why is everyone green? I think it's the exact same thing, because I do remember Vanya being blue, I believe, so I guess they've all just been blue. I think it's just the sight of the Overlord on the minimap that kind of threw me off a little bit. Okay, so it's a very fast queen, so we're not going to be able to get any damage done there. I'm sending my Reaper back a little bit as a mind game because he could theoretically... Okay, yeah, there we go. I was going to say he could theoretically have some links on the map, and then we can deal with those Zerglings a little easier. Yeah, I'm actually going to fight with the SUV here. We're going to be able to save this, I think. Exactly, there we go. It was more meant as a mind game that if he did have those links on the map, that he wouldn't go in. He just sent them in anyway, so then it's quite nice that my Reaper came back. Now, he could be going for some kind of cheese as well. It's really scary when they do this tooling opener because you kind of want to pull your Reaper back and then you don't see what's going on. That is the scary part. Like, he could have been doing a Roach all-in behind this, so I am going to go for a jump into the main. My Ghost Academy is going to be a couple seconds too late, but not that bad. He only has 100 gas mine, so this really looks like a very, very clear-cut macro build. Actually, my Ghost Academy was perfectly timed somehow. Huh. I thought I built it late because I had more than enough gas, but it seemed very well timed there. Not bad. Okay. I like it. I'm not going to be able to deny any creep tumors here. I should have sent those two Hellions across the map actually to pressure a little bit and then surprise him later when the Ghost shows up. So the idea here is that we go for a 3cc build into Bio. That is the play. He's going to see my Ghost with that Overlord. It's really not that big of a deal. I think I can even use a snipe to kill it because I'm going to have another one by the time I arrive on the other side of the map. What he could do against this, that's actually quite strong, is to go for a counterattack with links. So I think my next units, I'm going to rally them at home. I can also already build my command center. I think that is a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah, we're just going to build that already. There we go. And then I'll try to reinforce with the next Ghost. Now, let's see. Is it going to be roaches? Is it going to be... Is that a roach warren? It is a roach warren. Okay, there we go. We're going to be able to kill one queen. That's a very nice start. And then we're going to back off momentarily. You know what? I'm going to transition already. I feel like... we have enough. Dude, you guys saw that. It was almost a struggle because of the ping, right? The ping almost kind of owned me there. That would have been brutal, but no, it didn't. Okay. I think we have enough Hellions here, so I'm just going to go across already. He's playing roaches, which is very logical, I would say. It's good again, especially if I would go for Hellbats, it would be very, very good. Okay, so the Ghost is out on the map. That's a lot of links on the counterattack. You guys saw that? Gotta be a little careful with this one. Let's get the E-base out. Yeah, he could be going for a big attack too. Like, it could be more than just, you know, a couple roaches to defend. He could actually be going all out. This is not what I meant, by the way. I just meant with the roaches itself more than anything else. My ghost is about to finish, so we are chilling here. I don't necessarily have to go in too deep here. I just want to kind of scare him off. He might try to surround me later on, so that's something that we have to keep in mind. That was a lot of roaches that he had. Let's go for the starport already. Get a thingy over here. Okay. I don't really want to go in here, to be honest. I kind of just want to make sure I kill the lynx behind. Okay. Yeah, the roaches are just super good against this. That's what terrifies me. I don't want to lose these Hellions, or these ghosts in particular. That'll be annoying. Okay, let's see if I can get some snipes. There we go. We actually did get a couple snipes off, which is great. Probably repair that one. And now I think it's a good time for us to go back home. It's really hard to say what the situation here. Obviously, we would ideally have done a little bit more damage, but he also did make a lot of stuff. Can I save this guy? Probably. Yeah, we can. Okay, beautiful. He could be going across the map as well. We're good. Actually, one snipe was enough for that, right? Yeah, it was. Okay. So he's going to see that I'm playing bio. This might surprise him, might not surprise him. I actually don't know. But yeah, depending on like what his lair timing was... Oh, my camera hotkey was messed up. That's what happened. Depending on what his lair timing was and stuff, we are either in trouble or we're not in trouble at all. Let's see. Okay, infestation pit. Okay, I don't like seeing that. I kind of wish that he would have like a problematic scenario where he invested a bit too much in the defense and then it would be annoying to play from there, but already going for the infestation pit kind of gives me the vibe that he had a really good read on this build. And that he, is in an economically good spot. He also has a lot of gas, but I guess that's pretty normal when you play roaches like this. I'm gonna get combat shield soon. I could wait for combat shield and one tank. I also kind of just want to roll it. Okay. Oh, wait, this could be nice. Let's see. There's a bunch of roaches over here. No, wait. Did he trick me with an infestation pit? I think he might have actually tricked me, guys. Okay, so you guys go over here. Actually, hey, that was really good for us. That was pretty sick. But I don't know if we're going to be able to... Like, this is the problem with the ghost, right? You run out of snipes. That was legit a very good sequence. Like, we could have lost there instantly. Like, I'm not even kidding. We jumped on one part. We killed all of the roaches there. Hey, that was sick. Now... I feel like... Oh, that's why my sheet shank was derping. It's because one of the depots was closed. Maybe a run by with these Hellions would be okay. I could also just make them Hellbats. I think he mind gamed us in two ways there. So he made a lot of roaches despite going for the infestation pit. What I think he's doing here, guys, and this is a bold prediction, is that he went for an attack, but he wasn't planning on going for a follow-up attack. So I think there's a chance that he doesn't actually have that many units right now. Oh, he's going for banelings. So many adaptations that I have had to make this game. I didn't really want to see the banelings because realistically, I wanted to go for an SCV pool here. Which I know sounds a little bit absurd. Let's see. Oh, it's a big army, guys. It's a very big army. Okay, my ghosts are a little bit behind. I wanted to go for like a big A move with SCVs, but now that plan is kind of, stopped for now. I think we're gonna have to go back here. I need to keep tabs on whether he is gonna go for ultras or not. If he goes for ultras, we have to pull the trigger immediately. If there's no ultras, we have a little bit more time. Let's see what I can see here. Yeah, exactly. There's the ultra cavern. Let's make sure we don't lose that. I think we have to go for it. I know it's really not the ideal scenario here, but we just have to go for it. I think he has way too many banelings here, though. Yeah, credit where credit's due, guys. I think his early game was just perfect against ours. And, I mean... Thanks to Solar, we now know that the build, maybe we were just a bit fortunate with how our opponent reacted last time. I think it might not be strong enough here, because I don't think I made a lot of macro mistakes. I'm just kind of looking at this game. Potentially, it is more important that, or maybe this build is better going into the late game, because you do have the ghost already. I mean, I'm not going to leave this game yet. I'm going to be real honest here and say that I think we're completely dead. Like, I don't know if it looks that way, because I still have my ghost and a good amount of supply, and I killed a lot of banelings and whatever, but we are ultra dead here. But this build might actually be better for that kind of playstyle. So if you're like a passive Terran, I would actually give this build a shot, because if you get tanks fast enough, you already have the ghost. maybe it's really good for that. It does give that kind of vibe. Yeah, he indeed doesn't have very good upgrades, so that's where I was right, but it just felt like he made the perfect amount of units, really, against every attack. And I mean, that is what Zerg is about. And I guess that also really shows us why he has been so freaking good. It's going to go for another attack here with the Balings. I'm going to drop these over here. He does have the Ultras already, which is very, very painful. I saw one Infestor exactly creeping a little bit closer. One thing that is a lot weaker now, oh, that's a misclick, is that late game because the Ghost damage was, or no, it dies faster against Balings. That's what I wanted to say. Using the Roaches for defense is actually very cool. And GG is going to have to be called. Yeah, no, really just... can't really say much. I think the build this game did look a little weaker because it didn't really feel like we could get damage on against the Roaches. So that's kind of where the mind games can come into play. I think this build might be better to do when you know someone likes to defend with Lynx. Okay, because if you look at what I have now, I have one energyless Ghost here. This Ghost had to stay back, but it really just arrived here. So by the time the second Ghost arrives, he would already have Roaches and we wouldn't be able to push through. So I think someone that knows that you should respond with the Roach Warren is probably not the person you want to do the build against, or you have to go for some kind of crazy mind games. A build that I just thought of, by the way, that could totally work against the Roaches is if you would go for only one Ghost and then go for the double Starport Banshee. Once again, sounds insane, but I really think that could work. We had one really successful Sky Terran game against Shin already a while ago. But yeah, credits where credits due. Solar really just perfect Zerg play this game. He just embodied what Zerg is about. Look at the supply. He made the perfect amount of drones and units. He was always ahead in economy while always being safe. He went for the pressure here, like I said, without the upgrade, so it was kind of like a check. Is he going to be able to defend this? If it's not, then, you know, we can kill him. To be honest, we could have died there, but this was the best moment of the game for us, right? Perfect hold there, jumped on this, sniped this, saved all the ghosts. That was beautiful, but I really think that maybe the build would have lent itself better into the late game. But that's going to be it for today. We got 4 dubs, made 30 bucks, did some ChatGPT builds and some more regular uThermal cheeses, and that was a successful tournament run in my books. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.